Question 1. A student keeps a record of the phases of the moon for 1 month. On the first night of the student's observations, the full moon is visible in the sky. After the full moon, which of these phases will the student observe next? A. Waxing crescent moon, B. Waxing gibbous moon, C. Waning crescent moon, or D. Waning gibbous moon. Question 2. The diagram below shows 4 phases of the moon as it revolves around Earth. A student builds a model based on this diagram. The student uses foam balls to represent the moon and Earth and a flashlight to represent the sun. The student should shine the flashlight on the model of the Earth from position A1, B2, C3, or D4. Question 3. The moon reflects different amounts of sunlight onto Earth at different times. This reflected sunlight is commonly called moonlight. The graph shows the intensity of moonlight at different times in the lunar cycle. Which moon phase most likely occurs at the time in the cycle represented by an X on the graph? Question 4. Some students use records from the U.S. Naval Observatory to make the table below of the percent of the moon that was visible on each night in January 2011. Based on this data, what part of the lunar cycle occurred between January 5th and January 7th? A. Waxing crescent moon, B. Waning crescent moon, C. Full moon, or D. New moon. Question 5. The diagram below presents the phases of the moon as viewed from space. The various positions of the moon are numbered. Which position would appear as a waning gibbous moon when viewed from Earth? A2, B4, C6, D8. Question 6. The phases of the moon are the changing appearances of the moon as seen from Earth. Which phase happens approximately 1 week after the third quarter moon? A. New moon, B. Waxing gibbous, C. Waning gibbous, D. Waning crescent. Question 7. The cycle of the moon's phases repeats in a predictable way. About how long does it take to cycle from one new moon to the next new moon? A. About 1 day, B. About 1 week, C. About 1 month, D. About 1 year. Question 8. Oksana observed the appearance of the moon every week for a month. She sketches her observations. Which of these diagrams best shows how the moon's appearance could have changed during the month Oksana performed her investigation? Question 9. Although half of the moon is always illuminated, usually only a portion of the illuminated side is visible from Earth. The diagram below represents relative positions of Earth, the Sun, and the moon. The positions of the moon are labeled 1 through 8. Which of the moons in the figure are in gibbous phase? A. 2 and 4, B. 4 and 6, C. 2 and 8, or D. 6 and 8. Question 10. The phases of the moon are caused by the relative positions of Earth, the Sun, and the moon. Lunar phases refer to the appearance of the illuminated portion of the moon as seen from an observer on Earth. When the moon is aligned with and between Earth and the Sun, which phase is happening? A. A full moon, B. New moon, C. First quarter moon, or D. Third quarter moon.